Huh?
Money, right? So at Actonic we thought, how can we improve it much more if you are in a consulting business, especially for Jira and Confluence. So I would like to introduce you to Click and Run, what we developed for our consultants. Especially the question is, how can you provide quickly Jira and Confluence instances for trainings, demo, even for our sales team, or customers even, if they need something to play around or for demo purposes. If you want to do a workshop with customers, or even if you want to reproduce some kind of issues which you have on a customer instance and there are so many add-ons installed on it and you need quickly and vanilla clean instance. Or if you want to try out some specific features which coming new to from Atlassian to Jira or Confluence. Even if you want to provide your customers some kind of instances which they can use. So let me just log in to our instance. Click and Run, that is a management console, what you can see here. And yeah, we can quickly create any instance we like. I already have running 2 instances, META-INF virtual Atlassian Day and reproduce Spark customer 2. So to give you an impression what we can do, any other instances here are shut down. You can see it on the red button over here. I can even rename it if I like to. You can see that is a Jira Service Desk instance and this is a Confluence instance in this version. I can shut it down or even restart it anytime I like. I can even open it. I can see the login credential from the administrative perspective. I can even change it or I can delete it. So let's have a quick look what I can see here. If I click on the Service Desk instance and automatically let you log in, so we implemented an automatic login functionality where you can just log in anytime you like from this instance, or you can go here and show the credentials for this instance anytime you like. This is a completely fresh installed instance which takes a couple of minutes to install. So usually if you save it even through scripts, or if you want to create your own instance, it takes even hours, minutes, depending how fast you are on and how many scripts you developed before. If I want to have just quickly an Confluence, I just click on it and have an individual Confluence anytime I like to. So I can, here I was logged out a few times ago. So let's have a look what's happening. Oh, I need to test. Okay, it was a fresh instance. Let's call it test. Just for fun, creating a page. So you can see it's a fully functional instance where you can like share the URL with your customer anytime. You can create your own users. You can provide it anytime you like for even workshopping. So what we do is usually start workshopping together on such an instance with a customer to get an idea what they really want, to understand the requirements in a proper way. We use it especially for trainings purposes. So if we train Confluence or Jira, we can just create as much instances as we like, provide trainees instances so they have fully administration rights, and delete it after the training. So let me show you how quickly it goes. If here I can select already existing instances, so when I click on it, I want to service Jira software 8.5. Let's have a look. It's there. So I could took the instance, so I have a fresh installed instance in just 1 second. So we created a process where you can have like a Jira, where you just want to try something out, or if you would like to provide to your customer in exactly 1 second. The only thing what you need to take care of, it's try licensing. So you usually go to my.atlassian.com and create a try license and upload it to the server, and then you can use it anytime you like. Okay, good. Let's rename it. You can put, of course, any customer name, so you know, okay, I'm working on this instance or not. And if you don't like it anymore, let's have a look what you can see here. There's a system admin configuration stuff. You can copy it, you can share the credentials with your colleagues even, or if I don't need it anymore, you just delete it. If you need some kind of special requirements, you go on this plus sign, then you can choose, for example, NA. Let's have training GDPR, and I would like to train on a Jira core, and I can choose a version that I would like to have, even with some sample data. Or I can even choose, yeah, because it's a GDPR training, let's put already some add-ons which we pre-configured for you guys, or we can put much more application into it, and that will follow, so you can access the whole marketplace and already at the creation time to create a new instance. If you specifically want a special version with the special apps, it takes up to 2 minutes to install it. Right now it takes 3 minutes, and it will be ready to go. Let's have a look. And voila! When you create a new instance, you have 3 hours time to install a freshly new try license from my.atlassian.com. That's it. Have fun.
At Actonic, we have 3 big departments. One is concentrating on Atlassian consulting. Another one is focus on customer support. And the third one develops different application. We found out that if you are in consulting and preparing demonstration or pre-sales demo environments, you need to switch between users to show a different showcase, or if you prepare systems so you can see that different users are changing stuff, it takes some time to log in and log out. The same thing is happening on customer environments and support. So if a customer has a specific requirement or problem which just occur on the user only, and our support team does not understand it or cannot reproduce it, usually they need to read them, create some kind of appointments, and go through the system together so it takes a lot of time, especially for the organizational part. So it would be good to just switch to the user session and see what's happening on their side. And of course, in the third part, our developers in our quality sessions, so if they test a lot of stuff, they need to sometimes switch between users to see different results. The same in our testing department. So what we think, we develop a fast user switcher. That is how the application is called, to make your life much more easier. How to do it? You just click here, go to Start Pseudo Session, and can even select a name which you would like to switch, for example Gregor, and switch it. You can see on my picture, I'm right now in Gregor's session, and I can walk around and try it out, reproduce the issue, what's happened. If I want to end it, I'll just say end user session. If you want to be much more quicker, you can use on your keyboard the keys S and U. So I just do it as U and switch directly to the user switcher. And of course, I have already selected my last one. So the last session was with Gregor. I can switch back quickly and I'm back. Same feature we develop even for Jira. So I'm just typing now SU and I can switch to any user I would like to switch. Oh, Marek. That's why we call it Fast User Switcher. I hope you enjoy it. Have fun. In Confluence, there exists two kinds of comments. The one comment which you use at the end of every Confluence page, or you can use through marking a text. So selecting it, waiting for it, put an inline comment. So for this example, I marked the word traced, and this is my personal comment. Please use a different word. So if you really use it for changing your text structure or supporting someone, it's very useful. But if I told somebody else to change something, what he or she needs to do is to switch into edit mode, and the inline comments are missing. So a lot of users, to have a walk around, they open two different windows. The one window in view mode, so they can see the comments, and another window in edit mode, so they can start editing. But right now you don't know where the comments are and what should be changed. So Actonic developed very, very big and requested feature, which we called inline comments in editor. So you just need to use this button and all comments are shown again inside the edit mode. And right now you can see my latest comment. You can reply to it if you like. I am replying and save it. Or you can even resolve it if you like. And you see there's the next one. So you have the whole functionality of inline comments inside your editor. We can even try it out. Yeah. Management is fine. Or you can even resolve it here or delete it from inside your edit mode. So let's save it for a second and click on it, and you see it's working perfectly. I think it's a very beneficial add-on which you can use anytime if you're working with comments. When you start working with Confluence, it will come the time that you find the feature of creating and editing tables. It's a wonderful way of structuring data and provide information, and I think you know what I mean. If you start using table like you use Microsoft Excel, your tables become bigger, longer, more complicated. So this is a typical example, which is maybe a little bit complicated than you are used to, but to show as a use case, you will understand what I mean. So imagine you're looking somewhere here and you want to change exactly this part, right? And what you need to do, you can press, of course, the keyboard button E for editing, or you go up, click on edit, and then, which row was it? Which cell I wanted to change? Do you remember? Was it this one? Or was it this one? So basically you start searching again for the same cell, what you wanted to change, and you wanted to change just only one cell, right? So it's just like a jumping from the view to edit mode. You get sometimes confused if it's getting better. So we were thinking, is it a better way to adjust cells directly? Yes, and there is, right? And we call it inline table editing. So let's go, and I want to change, for example, this cell. I just double click with my mouse or use this pen for it. So let's double click on it, and I'm already inside the cell, and I can change it my personal demo, right? And I click on this small save button, and it's already saved, right? Right now we jump back to the edit to the view mode. That's it. Pretty simple. So maybe I can demonstrate you in a smaller test case, so you understand what I'm doing here. I just use a pencil or double click on it and change it to whatever I like, and that's it. Pretty simple to edit directly cells inside your table without switching to the edit mode again. Another pretty thing is, I don't know if you ever wanted to change like the whole row and put it down under. So for example, you really would like to take the one, so the first row, and put it maybe between 2 and 3. It's a pain right now in a Confluence table, because you need to create a new table, you need to copy paste it. So we thought if you just click here and drop it somewhere here, let's show you one more time, and drop it here, that's it. It's already saved. I'll put it even back. So you need to have this nice arrows down and back, and you can move it. The same you can do even with your columns. So you can move columns back and forth however you like. That's it. I don't know if you ever used it. Was it ever so simple with one click? And we thought we can do much more. So we implemented a few more nice features, like you can directly insert a column after it, before it. So let's do before. And you can double click and work on it, or you can even remove the column again. You get a mention that you're deleting something, so you don't delete something wrongly. The same thing is working down under here. So you can even merge cells and even put let's say a row below and start working on it. So double click on it and say it is a very nice add-on, and just save it. And if you don't need it anymore, maybe we can put one more thing on it, and let's cancel it and remove it. Where is my removal? Remove row. In project business, you always need to track your hours. And of course, the customers want always to have a report about the spent hours in the project. And project managers need it, or or supervisors. We didn't have any possible way to make it easy and quickly in Jira with an individual customized report without usually export it in some Excel and adjust it much more. Yeah, so we developed Fast Track as add-on, and have a look how it works. Pretty easy. I choose a Sun 3 issue, log some time on it as Marek. Let's say I spent 7 hours on Friday the 5th of June. Was hard working. Maybe I log on the same issue with a different user. I switch to a Summit user, same issue, log more time, let's say 1 hour here. I was working on Friday too. Working as Summit user. Without one N. Okay. What do we have? We have two possibilities with our Fast Track work log reports. One, I get an overview. So right now, I have a monthly overview. How many hours were spent on which ticket? You can see there's like Sun 3 was spent for 1 hour. If I take week spent for 1 hour, so I can go weekly or monthly. Let's switch to Marek's user. You can see he has his own report and he sees Sun 3 with 7 hours. So that's the difference what we logged with a special user. Let's have a look at the whole report, not just even the overview. I prepared it a bit, so usually you can use any JQL query. I was using project equals sandbox. And that's it. Then we need starting from 1st of June, and I would like to have until the end of June. Then I can select some roles. So let's go with user and ticket. So you can choose a different one. And you have columns which you want to show, like spend time, issue type. You can just, or even a sum of spend time. Let's go, maybe even the issue type is maybe for us interesting. I put it as a second role and go for search. And you can see here the first user, what we defined here. So starting with a user called Summit, and down under we would like to see the issue ticket or the issue key. And the next user was Marek. So in this time frame for this project, we have just 2 users, which log time. And you see on the column side, you can specify your columns. So we specified how many log counts was happening. So the Summit did 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Marek did fifth times. So yeah, that's it. Pretty interesting. And we have a summary. What we say, we really would like to have a summary at the end. We would like to have the issue type, and here's a summary of spent in minutes. So spend time in minutes. We have here in hours, and you can see on Sun 3 what I did. It was 1 hour for the Summit user, so 60 minutes. Human readable 1 hour, and Marek did 7, and 7 times 60 or 7 hours, and here it's his summary. You can even save the report if you like. My new report, META-INF, to reuse it anytime you like, and you can of course export it to comma-separate values if you need to work on it in Excel file, or in PDF if you would like to send it to someone and share it. Looks like this, pretty simple. Let's say have fun. Agility is a wonderful thing. We have agile teams, agile projects, agile project management, and even agile companies. But it has some limitations also. So usually imagine if you are working in an agile project team or in an agile support team. There's no person like a dispatcher which assigns you tickets which you need to do, because usually you go inside a backlog or a sprint backlog or some kind of lists, like in service there's queues where you look at the ticket, and this is a small one what I'm just showing. We have few screenshots which we will check, understand, read, and think, okay, I think it's a support case or is a task which I could even do and would assign myself. Right now I am a Summit user, so I would assign myself, right? But what will happen if at the same time, when I'm reading this issue or from service desk, this ticket, somebody else is reading the same ticket from my team? In smaller teams, usually this is not happening so often. But in large and bigger teams, when you have a bigger development team, so I saw teams with 800, even around 1,200 people inside an agile development team. So when they start reading issues and read them through, it takes some time, 5 to 10 minutes maybe, to understand the issue. And then assign yourself, okay, I will take it from the backlog. At the same time, somebody else is reading it and takes it again, the same ticket. So we have a conflict which usually can be solved if you know if somebody is already reading this ticket at the same time when you're reading this ticket. And yeah, we provided a nice solution for it. You can put it here or you can put it here. It's a sign that you see, oh, somebody is looking at the same ticket. Right now I am Atlassian Summit user 2019. So I'm the only one who is watching it. If I would like switch to another user, for example, Marek Wawra. Right now I'm a different user. Look what's happening. Two different people are watching this. Okay, I got a recommendation. I need to accept it. It's a different add-on. But have a look here. Now when I click on it, Marek is watching now, and the other user, so I was at Atlassian Summit 2019, was reading the same ticket. So we thought we can optimize this process. So imagine if it's happened a few times, you get angry and the team members get angry because there's so much work to do, and you want to have some organizational part where this kind of conflicts doesn't happen. On the other hand, we got the request that it's not enough that you know that at the same time right now two people are watching it. I fast forward a little bit so you can see. You can even see in time back if somebody was watching a ticket. So the good part is now is that you know that someone else is reading or interested in this issue. You can like start communicating and chatting. So I hope you like this nice add-on what we develop. It is called Who is Online. So have fun.